All right, Napoleon Nectar here. I got a banger for you today. Now, this video is just about how people are just way too political now and how people just make politics their entire identity. Have you noticed that? It seems like ever since the late 90s, people just been wearing their politics on their sleeves and they just make their politics their entire personality. Now, we see this a lot with the Trump crowd. They'll put out the yard signs, they'll put the bumper stickers on their car, which is just a crazy thing to do. I mean, you're shilling for a man for free if you're doing that. If you're waving around the candidate flag, if you're putting down the yard signs, if you have the bumper stickers, if you're wearing the t-shirts, you're just a walking advertisement for another man, which is just crazy to me. And that got me thinking, why do people put so much faith in politics, something they have little to no control over, yet their entire life is falling apart and they do nothing about it? Isn't that like a crazy psyop? The news and the media have got us so riled up about politics, so angry and so passionate about stuff that we can't control, that we neglect the stuff in our own life that we can control, right? You can't control the war in the Middle East. You can't control Donald Trump's meetings or his cabinet meetings or whatever, his speeches. You know, you can't control him. He's already got your vote. But it's just that people put so much faith in politics when the rest of their life is just absolute garbage, right? They're like they don't, like, it's crazy. They don't know what they ate for dinner yesterday, but I bet they can tell you about, you know, the latest war news or the latest thing Donald Trump tweeted or on Truth Social or whatever. Isn't that kind of crazy? So my whole philosophy here is just take your own side and control the things that you can control. You can't change the world, but you can change how you perceive the world. And how do you change how you perceive the world? Number one, get in shape. Number two, stack money. Number three, go to church. It's not necessarily in that order, but you can level up in life, and therefore you just have more power in your own life. You don't have to be waiting for President Trump or J.D. Vance or Gavin Newsom or Pete Hegseth to come out of the White House and save you, but you can instead learn how to save yourself. And I think that's why people are so riled up into politics, just because they feel like their own life is very boring, their own life is very mundane, their own life is very uninteresting. So therefore they make their entire personality politics. They make their entire personality bashing one candidate. They make their entire personality supporting another candidate. And it's just kind of cringe to me. And it's just like, come on, guys. These people do not care about you. These politicians, these congressmen, these senators, they don't care about you. Once they have your vote, once they have your donations, they don't care. I'm telling you. And it just makes me sad to see that people are so stressed and people are so passionate about stuff that they can't change. But when it comes to stuff that they can change, they say that they can't change it and they cope and seed about it. They say that, oh, I can't lose weight. It's my hormones. It's I don't know. I'm big boned. It's the seed oils. They make every single coping excuse why they can't go to the gym. They make every single coping excuse why they can't read books. They make every coping excuse why they can't improve their own life. But yet, these are the same people who tell you what politicians to vote for. These are the same people who tell me, oh, if you vote for my guy, everything will get better in office and we'll live a good life. It's like, what do you know about living a good life? Your life sucks. Your life is centered around licking Donald Trump's boots. Your life is centered around Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris or whatever politician is running in the next couple of years. It's crazy to me. And the irony is that, there's just irony on top of irony, for real. But the irony is, it makes them feel like, I think it makes them feel like they're a part of something bigger, right? They're a part of a bigger movement. I think that's something Donald Trump really capitalized, where it's just like, hey, if you're in my movement, you're part of something bigger. You're a part of history. I think that's what it is. They feel like they're fighting for something bigger than them. But here's my question. Why fight for something bigger than you that you have little to no control over, that you will not be remembered for. We can be remembered for being an individual. That is my entire message, to take your own side. It's good to be part of a community. It's good to be part of like-minded people. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it, once you make it your entire identity, then it becomes cringe. Then it just becomes kind of, what's that word? Like an ick, right? What's that word for icky? What's that word? Repulsive? No, it becomes kind of insufferable. That's what I was looking for. It becomes kind of insufferable. I'm just here saying, take your own side, be an individual. You can like politics, you can support whoever you want, but you don't gotta put the bumper sticker on your car. You don't have to put the flags out and on your front yard. You don't have to put the lawn sign up. You don't have to wear the shirts. You just stop doing that. That needs to die. That needs to die. Just simping for candidates so much, just making it your entire personality, is a terrible thing. It's something I hate to see. I'm here saying, be an individual, be the best version of yourself, right? You can pay attention to politics a little bit. I watch the news, I pay attention to politics a little bit, but I don't let it control my entire life. I don't tie up my entire personality and identity into another man, another politician, which is still just crazy to me. I can't even fathom it. But it's just like, these people aren't coming to save you. They aren't going to grab you by your arm and make your life better. I'll give you the perfect example. I was very influenced by RFK Jr. to start losing weight. You know, I'm gonna get into my my weight loss journey. I'm gonna make like a very long, detailed video about how I lost all my weight, what inspired me, how I did it. But sneak peek of that, RFK Jr. really inspired me to lose weight. I saw him doing pull-ups at the age of like 60, 68, 69. And I just looked at myself in the mirror and was like, man, I'm fat. Why can't I do that? So I said, okay. I took that inspiration from RFK Jr. and I got into shape, right? He inspired me to get into shape. But, you know, he didn't come out of the White House and grab my arm and say, Josh, we're going to the gym. We're doing pull-ups. We're doing handstand push-ups. It was me who saw something and I said, okay, I'm going to improve my life. I want to be the best version of myself. And the best version of myself goes to the gym. The best version of myself eats healthy. The best version of myself doesn't make excuses. The best version of myself doesn't skip ab day. As much as I hate working my abs, I don't skip ab day. Why? Because the best version of myself does not. It's not who you want to get elected. It's who you want to be in life. Who is the person you want to be? That is my entire message. Who is the person you want to be, and work towards being that person. You're not gonna be perfect, but you gotta fake it until you make it, right? That's it. That's really it. And the people who just stress about politics, they're just the most insufferable people of all time. Like, it's bad enough I gotta go into the gym and they have news about, I don't know, Donald Trump doing something or falling asleep at a meeting or something stupid like that. But it's even worse when all my friends come to me and ask, oh, Josh, what's your political take on this? What's your political take on this? It's just like, I'm not really into politics. I'd much rather spend that time focusing on myself, reading, praying, meditating, journaling. I'd much rather spend more time with that. Why? Because the politics are temporary. The politics that you're obsessing over right now are not going to be the same politics that you're stressing over in a month from now, right? But the habits you build up now, that will compound into the person that you are a month or two from now. So, in all honesty, focusing on yourself has a lot more return on investment because you live in your own body, right? But that's all I got for you guys today. It's okay to like politics, but just don't make it your whole personality. And don't forget that there is stuff in your own life that you can focus on. You can control a lot more than you think if you really put your mind to it. Right? That's all I got for you guys today. You guys have a good one. Stay blessed. Peace.